Welcome back. As families get ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, it's important to be mindful of your furnace and your thermostat as well.
Yes, Renee Lucas, of course, with LCS Heating and Cooling is here. This is so interesting because things that perhaps we may not think about when Uncle Ronnie comes to town, right? And he's at our table.
Oh, man, I tell you what, nothing will ruin a family gathering than if the heat goes out.
Yes.
You know? And so there are definitely things that you can do to keep your home more comfortable during the holidays.
Right. Okay, so where do we begin? Because I know there are some like do's and some don'ts.
Some do's and don'ts. Okay, well, we're going to start with a do first. Let's start positively. So first thing, turn your thermostat down a few degrees earlier in the day before everybody gets home. So if you usually keep it, 68 or so, turn it down to like 65, because once you start cooking, the oven's going.
It's going to warm up anyway, naturally.
And then Uncle Ronnie comes, all the other guests come.
Uncle Ronnie gives off some body heat.
Oh my gosh, and the temperature just naturally rises in your home. And so I know I always start out with like a sweatshirt on and I end with a t-shirt on because I'm so hot.
Course. And that's how I plan, like, Georgie, you may not do this, but it's how I plan outfits and wardrobes with holiday gatherings, because I know there's going to be a ton of people.
Yes.
And with all the cooking, it's going to be warm, so I never wear a sweater.
Yes. So turn your thermostat down earlier in the day. That way, it's like 65. It might feel a little chilly, but it's going to warm up really fast.
But I wonder, that kind of leads me to the second thing. If it is super warm and Uncle Ronnie complains that he's hot, don't turn on the AC.
Don't turn on the AC.
Oh, okay. Don't do it.
No, this is really, really important, because turning on the air conditioner in colder weather outside, and looking ahead, it's only supposed to be in the 40s, that can actually damage the compressor of your air conditioner. Yes. So what you don't want is to, have some immediate gratification by having that cool air, and then spring rolls around and your AC doesn't work because something happened because it was running when it was so cold out. So the best thing to do is just to open some windows, turn your fans on, keep the exhaust fan over the stove on to pull that heat out. So open windows, enjoy Mother Nature.
And here in our corner of the world, you open the windows, it's going to cool off pretty quickly.
Oh my gosh, it is, especially when it's 45 degrees outside like it's supposed to be. You're going to have a little bit of that rush of air come in and you're going to be fine.
Well, I know there's so many things on people's minds when it comes during the holiday season, but I mean, preventative maintenance may be one of those things you need to think about.
Yes, so that is my third tip. Yes. Is just make sure, if you know you're hosting and you're having a big gathering, have that preventative maintenance done beforehand.
Yeah.
Make sure you change your filter. If you hear a funny noise coming from your furnace, get it checked out. I promise it's not going to just fix itself. It's not. So
it's not going to just go away.
No. So get it checked out, have that service done, get your filter changed, make sure that you've got yourself set up for success before the big day.
Because there's nothing worse when you have a house full of Uncle Ronnies.
Oh my gosh.
So many people.
And I've had the embarrassment of changing the filter with guests there, and then they realize how you really live when they see that filter.
Yeah, they look at that and they're like, oh my gosh, your house is so dirty. And it's really not, but you don't want to do that, and dragging that through the home.
Absolutely.
Or the embarrassment of like, how do I change my filter again? And then they're watching you fumble over it.
So, and then you're trying to cook and you're trying to man the kids and all this at the same time. Renee, thank you so much. We appreciate you and your tips as always. LCSheatingandcooling.com is where you can learn more.